Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone, my name is Raffi Biasarkam and now I want to do the reading Echi task. So, I'll never forget the first time I met our new contact from Retrolink, one of our top 5 customers. I had traveled to their office to meet him in person, talk about the history of our companies together and define a shared vision for future cooperation. I want to focus on the building a good relationship with him which would would be a good foundation for working together. So when we met, I want to make good impression and also show him respect. I greet him with a handshake and address him by his surname. When I put my hand down, I realized that he had been moving in to give me a hug. So did we. So we did an awkward mixture of the two. Also, when I greet him by his surname, he responded politely to me use my first name. It was all a little uncomfortable. In this situation, I guess I made assumption about the level of formality he expects. Even though he had never met me before, he knew our two companies had been doing business with each other for years, and he wanted to build on that history by being less formal with me from the beginning. The real learning here me was that I should assume we all have the same ideas about meeting people for the first time. So then the next is B. I'd never worked with a virtual team on an international project before. It was quite exciting too. I also challenging to work with people from different countries, many of whom I would never actually get to meet in person. There were a lot of things that were different about working in the same office, and it was quite challenging at the beginning. For example, there were different time zones, different IT system, and even different local regulations, which impact on what each person was allowed to or able to do for the project. There were also interpersonal differences, such as different ways of working, approach to deadlines, and when reply to emails. And we shouldn't forget the fact that English was the project language, and the most people team had to work in a language which wasn't their first. A positive of this what it meant that everyone, including the native English speakers, had to make effort, communicate clearly, and clarify their own and every else understanding. To help us all get on the same page, we define the communication norms and the rules the team would follow, as well as the meeting dates and deadlines. We laid this all out in a document called a team or project charter. This was really useful, and in the end, the project was a great success. I'm looking forward to working on my next international project. And the next is C. So, I went through a bit of rough last patch last year at work. I was already commit to too much, and then we lost member through restructuring, and I quickly became overloaded. This led me to me doing too much overtime and feeling very stressed. My boss was really helpful, and she pushed back against the unrealistic target that had been set for our department. She also introduced me the SMART approach to getting it acronym SMART. You use it to create goals that are specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and timely. I used this approach to deal with all the things that were overloading me. It helped me to prioritize some tasks, to do some later, and to drop some completely. I often use this approach now and feel much more in control of my time and workload. D. Have you missed a flight at or had one cancel? I did it. Happened to me last week. My flight home from business trip was the last one of the day. We were told it was going to be delayed. That's always a risk at the end of each day. The ground crew kept extending delay until eventually they canceled the flight completely. They then told us to go back through the airport to the departures area to talk to their agent who would organize hotels for everyone and rebook us on the following day flights. As soon as they made the announcement about the cancellation, I knew that I had to think quickly as it would be like that flight with capacity to take everyone from my cancelled flight. I hurried back through the airport and was one of the first to make it to the desk. That turned out to be a good idea as there were only 9 seats available on the flight the next morning. Everyone else had to fly different airport and continue back to our destination airport in coaches. Lucky me, right? So that's from me. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.